Hey there, it's Teresa here, and welcome to the first 2022 conversation from my couch. So I had started this conversation earlier. It was a big black screen, nobody can see me or hear me. So here I am again. Technology always cruelest to those of us who use it the most. Hi, I'm Teresa Yankin. I am a leadership coach consultant, and you can find me here every Wednesday having a conversation from my couch. I am so excited to be back here to talk about all things leadership. So, over the next 4 weeks, we're going to cover some of the core activities of being a leader. We're going to talk about your vision, your alignment, and how you're going to execute with your teams. So, because leadership is rooted in relationships, first things first, you need to understand how you're wired. What's your personality style? Like, what's at the root of who you are? And it's important to know your strengths and challenges and how to leverage those to be the best leader that you can be. Right. So this directly ties back to the conversations that we had in December when we were discovering what our golden thread was and how to start recognizing our leadership strengths within us. Some people use Myers Briggs, some people use the Enneagram. I personally prefer the DISC. So, what is the DISC? It's an assessment that's evidence based. That's something that's super important to me, that things are evidence based, rooted in science. And it's a personality assessment, and it's scored over 8 personality dimensions. So, DISC is the acronym that stands for your 4 main personality profiles, and they are D for dominance, I for influence, S for steadiness, and C for conscientiousness. So people with a D personality tend to be more they tend to be super confident, and they place an emphasis on the bottom line results. Lots of salespeople are Ds. People with I personalities tend to be they tend to be more open. They place emphasis on relationships, influencing or persuading others. People with S personalities tend to be dependable and place emphasis on cooperation and sincerity. And people with C personalities tend to place the emphasis on quality, accuracy, expertise, and competency. Right. So we're all a blend of styles. And let me make sure that I am here, that I'm where I'm supposed to be, that I am actually live. So I'm going to just kind of check in here to see if I'm still broadcasting, and I am. Woohoo! Feeling like that was like a huge plus. So like I said, we are all a blend of different styles, right? So you might be a strong D, but you need to move slowly and methodically when you're working on projects that involve a lot of input from different areas. For example, let's say you're going to develop an analytic or a report for somebody. You need to have input from many different places. You need to make sure that you're getting the P&L from one place. You got to make sure that you're getting the right definition of this particular measure. Like, you're pulling all these different things together. You have to do a lot of collaborative work. So, it's not good, it's not bad, but as a D, you may need to understand that it's going to take you just a little bit more time to get it done, because of the fact that you have to be more conscious and work a little more slowly to get what you need out of that. So an S style might be more comfortable reaching out to people, gathering all the pieces of data, and then analyzing it. In other words, it really is, when you look at it, the disc itself is more descriptive. It's not prescriptive, meaning that, right, we're all made up of all the experiences that we've had, past, present, and what our thoughts about and what our thoughts are about in the future. So what I like about it is that it's truly like an amalgamation of who we are, and it doesn't peg you into just one whole. It really talks about all the things that make that makes up your personality. Right? We grow. Different experiences tend to help us to expand, depending on whether you've had great past mentors, past leaders, poor leaders in your past, poor management, or if you've learned new skills, you've gone into a new industry. All those different things can help to shape who you are now. So I do believe that, beginning step one is to understand who you are, because, for leaders, our work is super complicated, right? Outside of your everyday management, the tasks that we have to take off, making sure that payroll is done and people are doing what they're supposed to be doing and we're checking the boxes. There is this relationship component to that. And, it results in your a lot of us are graded as leaders is, how'd you engage your team? Did you get buy-in from them? And just outside of all that management stuff, doing that relationship building can be super overwhelming. Truth of it, right? So when you're aware of how you're wired and how you get your energy and how you prefer to deal with your relationships or your tasks or any outside force, you'll be able to create good strategies and tools to help you lead your team in a way that works for both you and your team. So, you may not know what's coming, but if you have a strategy and you've thought through something, at least you have a plan to help get you to where you want to be. So there are different DISC assessments available out there. I specialize in two areas, the work of leaders, which is specifically focused on team leadership. And that pretty much means how does your personality affect how you lead your team? And then I also specialize in the Agile EQ, which deals specifically with emotional intelligence. So, how do you read emotional and interpersonal requirements of a situation and how to respond to those quickly and how do you respond to them appropriately? Right? Like the last 2 years have been really hard. We've really had to stretch and move and learn new ways to communicate. And emotional intelligence is super important because we're no longer in a room personally, like with another person having interactions, right? We're doing everything remote. What does it mean when a team member turns off their camera? It doesn't mean they're ignoring you. It doesn't mean that they're eating. What does that mean? How do you react to that emotionally? And how do you respond appropriately to that? So if you want to learn more about the disc and how it can benefit you or your team, you can reach me at Teresa@teresayounkin.com, or you can book some time with me at my website, teresayounkin.com. And so, we're going to get started next week. We're going to be talking about your leadership vision, how important that is. I always believe have a plan and you work towards what you want and you will be successful. So I am looking forward to having more conversations with you from my couch in 2022, where we're going to continue to talk about all things leadership. And hey, you guys, so great to see you. And I so look forward to spending this next year with you because my mission this year is to help people become the best leaders that they can be, and to help them feel truly fulfilled in their careers and in their lives. So, hey, you guys, I will catch you guys on the flip side. Peace out. And you're going to watch me try to end this conversation from my couch with my technology. All right, guys, take care. Bye.